Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dalaran and patch 9.1.5 only recently went up to PTR, and it's going to be a good few weeks before it's actually available on the live servers with all the different class changes, quality of life changes, and there's a lot of those. Alt changes which will make playing alts far easier. But right now in patch 9.1, the live version of the game, there are some things you can start doing right now in order to get your character set up for when 9.1 goes live, that you will take advantage of all these different quality of life benefits from the get-go. As some of them are going to be catch-up mechanics, but before you can take advantage of those catch-ups, you need to reach certain prerequisites and requirements on at least one main character. So in this video, let's talk about some of these prerequisites that you can set yourself up for a good start in 9.1.5. Number one biggest request from many players for Shadowlands is the opportunity for players to be able to freely swap their covenants, and Blizzard is finally adding this in 9.1.5, even though this kind of thing has been asked back in the alpha and the beta of Shadowlands. While the information on this isn't clear, and we'll see more in terms of how to unlock and how to swap covenants, we do know from the blue post that was listed, you will need to reach the threshold of Renown, which we're presuming to be Renown 80, in order to switch covenants freely. So make sure you have at least one character you're playing the game right now, some character that has the most renown and the character you are having more fun with, so it's easier to keep up with your renown grind. Renown is really easy to get, but also it's pretty easy to catch up to, so it's not a big deal if you are looking to catch up with your character. But if you're playing the game right now, just make sure that you're keeping up with your weekly anima quests and weekly Korthia Fill the Bar quests, as both of those can literally be done in Korthia and are both pretty easy to do. Because once your character, main character, is at that renown threshold, your ults will also have the opportunity to switch covenants freely. So make sure you have at least one character that has the renown max before 9.1.5 is out is going to be very helpful. Anima is another thing that's getting a quality of life stuff update. Since you'll be able to switch around covenants, you'll also be able to send anima from your main character to any covenant of choice, as well as to your alts. Alt friendliness is going to be a big portion of patch 9.1.5. But in order to be able to send anima across your characters and to different covenants and basically freely move it around, you will need at least one character to complete their sanctum completely. Your sanctum has different upgrades, from the travel network, which has its uses. I mean, a straight portal to Oribos is super helpful. From the command missions, which can give you a variety of different resources to put up on the auction house, so free money. There's an anima conduit, which mostly gives you extra activities to do out in the region that your covenant is based in, which usually unlocks extra rares, which can drop mounts and other cosmetics. So the Sanctum actually has some useful stuff, and if you're playing the game regularly on a main character, there's a good chance you're pretty far ahead in yours. But truly fully finishing out a Sanctum is going to be a task. One, you'll need anima, which, good thing we have Korthia, as that supplies an endless amount of anima. So as long as you're out in Korthia doing daily activities and doing quests that gives you anima, pretty easy to get it done. The only other thing you'll need is souls, and you get those from the Maw. There's a daily quest in every one of your covenants, and if you're behind on renown, this also can give your character renown, where you go out in the Maw and you rescue souls. And then you can use some of those souls in order to upgrade parts of your covenant sanctum. In 9.1.5, Blizzard is going to be adding a repeatable version of that soul quest. So if you are behind once 9.1.5 finishes, you should be able to get your buildings up and running pretty quickly, but saving up some anima and doing your souls quest weekly and slowly upgrading at least one of your main character's sanctums is going to be a priority before 9.1.5 if you want to take advantage of the anima swapping opportunities. Let's switch gears and talk about customizations. The allied races of Nightborne as well as Lightfoged are getting a variety of different awesome looking customization updates, some of them, like Nightborne eyes, the players have been asking for since their conception. There's also other updates, like some of the changes to Void Elves with hair colors, tentacles in hair, as well as ear sizes. And before 9.1 comes out, since it is in PTR right now, I wouldn't be surprised if they added even more customizations to a few more allied or normal races. But the big ones are going to be the Nightborne and Lightforged, as they're getting a variety of big-time upgrades, and they're going to be looking fantastic. And if you want to play as a Nightborne or Lightforged, you will need to unlock them, as it is an allied race. Whether you started playing the game in Legion, Shadowlands, Battle for Azeroth. If you haven't taken the time to unlock any of these allied races, it might be a perfect opportunity right now to look up how to get them. With Nightborne, for example, it's a storyline that starts out with Khadgar in the Legion Dalaran, and that begins the story of Suramar, where you help a band of rebels of Nightborne take back their city from the clutches of demons. It's a pretty long quest line, and they did shorten it quite a bit, and I believe they removed some of the rep requirements in order to get the allied race, but beginning that quest line right now and start to do some of the daily and story quests, just progressing through it slowly but surely, early does mean that you will have those characters unlocked for 9.1.5. For the Lightforged, the storyline is shorter. You will need to unlock the zones of Argus also in Legion, and for both of the allied races, once you have them unlocked, once you've done the main story requirements and other requirements needed to get them, you will need to complete a quest line where they join the factions. Afterwards, you're able to make allied races of Nightborne and Lightforged with their own heritage armor if you've never unlocked it, or you could swap your main character to look like the Lightforged or Nightborne if you prefer their looks. They're getting a lot of customization updates in 9.1.5, so I think it's definitely worth getting it early so you're prepared for the next patch. Leveling characters to level 50, but nowhere further than that, is also advised, as 9.1.5 is going to be adding a lot of the quality of life stuff for our alts when leveling through Shadowlands. For example, you will be getting a lot more renown with bonus objectives. Bonus objectives also be easier to do, so that's a lot more experience for your character, so leveling just ends up being generally a little faster. You also get daily activity quests from Torghast, where you can start collecting soul ash, which you'll need for legendaries. You also can get renown from there, so another source of renown while you're leveling early, as well as a daily experience, which also will be great for any characters that you want to level in the next patch. You also have a daily battleground quest, which also is a boost of experience, so you have all these different boosts to experience available for all these alt characters, as well as heritage armor upgrades, where you'll be able to use that heritage armor at max level. So you can level alts right now in Shadowlands if you want to, or if you're someone who likes being efficient, waiting on those alts for patch 9.1.5 will earn you far more rewards and far more catch up. So what I would do is level your alts to max level, park them in Stormwind and Orgrimmar, and then get ready to do the Moss skip, because that'll be coming out in 9.1.5, so you can dive into the Shadowlands as soon as you can. In 9.1.5, they'll be adding Legion Timewalking with a variety of different Legion rewards. There'll be Legion Mythic Plus dungeons, as well as normal dungeons for you to do, and there's also going to be a Legion Timewalking vendor, and there's most likely going to be mounts, toys, other collectibles, and even ways for you to grind rep for Legion stuff even easier. But that means you'll need to make sure you have some Timewalking currency on the side. Start doing time walk-ins on at least one character every single time walk-in event that's up, and just start saving up all the time walking currency. Because if you have that one character doing every single time walking every single time, then that character will have the most amount of that time walking dungeon currency, and then you might be able to have enough by the time 9.1 comes out to automatically buy the Legion mount from the vendor, or any of the other fun stuff that the vendor might offer. So if you have any interest in time walking vendor for Legion whatsoever, I think it's definitely worth saving any of the dungeon currency that you get from the time walking events. And that's it. That's my list on things you can start doing now in order to better prep for 9.1.5. Whether you want to start taking advantage of the quality of life stuff as soon as the new patch comes out, whether you want to buy some of those extra goodies and mounts from the Legion Time Walking vendor, for anything you want to do in World of Warcraft, if you are trying to be the most efficient, there are some things right now you can start doing in patch 9.1 in order to make sure your 9.1.5 experience is even better. So that's going to be my list. Hopefully you find it helpful. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed. Hit me up on Discord, link down below. I'm always there to interact with all of you guys. That's probably the best place to reach me. If you like the regular 9.1.5 updates, subscribe to the channel. What are you doing if you haven't done it yet? Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see all of you in the next one.